You can learn a lot about someone just by looking at the back of their vehicle, but those cute car stickers can also attract criminals just waiting for the opportunity to learn more about their next victim. Over this hill and behind this gate is the house where former police chief Eric Redden lives. Now, why this is important is because one of the commissioners who voted to reinstate Eric Redden to police chief status owns the property that this house is on. Now, after this round of layoffs, the company will still employ about 2,500 people. Those layoffs are set to begin May 13th, and they should end sometime around the end of June. For now, we're reporting live in front of Volkswagen. Natalie Jenereski, News Channel 9. Back to you guys. Now, students I spoke to at South Pittsburgh High School today say that there was a hint that one of their students didn't do this vandalism. That's because the word sucker was spray painted on the field house, and that's a term that their generation just doesn't use. The last year has been just full of disagreements and arguments over who is on the right side of the law. Josh, Latricia, good evening. This bracelet I'm wearing is one of the most basic things you yourself can make with one of these 3D printers. It practically is weightless, and it takes only 20 minutes to make. We're here on Food Truck Row, and food trucks definitely a staple of Riverbend. Everything from chicken on a stick to funnel cakes, as you can see. But the foodies who work inside the trucks, they actually call Riverbend Harvell Bend, and here is why. I am at Riverbend. As you can see, the walking bridge right up here. I am at the sand pit over at the Tennessee Valley Federal Credit Union Beach. You can make sand castles here, or you can destroy them if you'd like to. Either way, if you are an adult, it's really nice because they have a tiki hut here and it's air conditioned, so that's really nice for Riverbend. We're live at Riverbend. Natalie Jenereski, News Channel 9. Back to you guys. Welcome back. Gang's all here.
Yeah.
I know.
Isn't that something?
It's been a long time,
Everyone
Natalie.
that was in the show open is here.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
And it's a gorgeous day for everyone to be here. I just think this day is just great all around.
Great
It really was. The weather was nice.
Baby raves, that's right. Dance parties for kids as young as 4 months, and as Liz Dollum reports, they're fun for the parents too. Messy minivan can be a rolling health hazard, and cars with kids are often the dirtiest. With the help of a microbiologist, Mike Kallmeyer found more than just French fries and spilt milk. With the heat, having your air conditioner break is never fun, but when a homeless shelter's breaks, a whole new set of problems arise. Otherwise, man, we've had some awesome weather.
Yes, we have, and enjoy the next few days.
Yes. All right. Thank you, David. Appreciate it. Sports is up next. The Mocs men's golf team has been on pins and needles, waiting to see if they would make the NCAA tournament today. Also up for grabs is the 10th Judicial District Attorney. This person will represent Bradley, McMinn, Monroe, and Polk counties. Republicans Steve Crump up against Steve Hatchett. Keep in mind the incumbent Steve Bebb retired after 8 years. Right now looks like Crump is ahead with 74% of the vote, only 73% of precincts reporting. Officers think that they're responding to an unconscious man inside a home, but instead that man is inside waiting to possibly shoot them. One tick bite could eliminate an entire food group from your diet. Good evening, I'm Natalie Jenereski. Calvin, Kim, good evening. Think about a dollar bill. It's basically just cotton and linen in the shape of a rectangle. It's not backed by gold anymore. It's only backed by faith and trust. Now, it's like a dollar, only a Bitcoin you can't touch, and it's not regulated by anybody.
There's a big movement between, of people, especially young people, that want to feel their money safe.
Matt Brock is one of those young people. He's the founder of Nova White, an internet-based retailer that sells teeth whitening supplies and accepts Bitcoins as a form of payment.
So you don't have to worry about the volatility of governments or, any instability that causes fluctuations in currencies.
The dollar, the yen, the euro, they all started somewhere. They have value because society believes they do. Well, society is starting to believe in a new currency, the Bitcoin, developed by an anonymous programmer or programmers in 2009. Back then, it was only worth a few cents, but today, one Bitcoin is worth roughly $800, 590 euros, 82,000 yen. So, how do you get one? Meet Matt Joseph. He's an engineer by day
day, Bitcoin miner by night.
The more I learned about it, the more interested I became.
To get a Bitcoin, you have to contact someone like Matt. The computer software works hard figuring out long equations. After a few thousand correct answers, the miner is rewarded with part of a Bitcoin.
Every about 10 minutes, computers on the network verify a block of transactions. And these blocks of transactions are encrypted, so that's why it takes a powerful computer to solve them.
A couple of software programs later, the Bitcoin is officially in Matt's digital wallet. Yes, there's an app for that. When you call Matt to buy a Bitcoin, you'll pay him roughly $800, and he'll transfer the Bitcoin from his personal wallet's address to yours. Matt keeps that money, but says he doesn't make much since he puts it into the upkeep of his computer. So now that you have a Bitcoin, where can you use it? Right now, mostly online, but only at a few places in Chattanooga, like Nova White. But what if the Bitcoin fails? That means there's no government bailout or promise that you'll get your money back. These guys, though, don't seem too worried.
And either way, whether it fails or it's, the next, the revolution, I think it's good to be a part of it.
So maybe it's true. A bit of change could do you good.
Now, a Bitcoin is divisible down to 8 decimal points, so you can send fractions of a cent or millions of dollars instantly. Now, again, this currency is not tangible. Those shiny coins you've seen are simply a representation, Calvin.
5, 7, 11, 23, 31.
David Greason knows those numbers by heart, not just because they won him $78,000, but because they also remind him of his late wife.
Her birthday was 11/23/57, and we were married on the 31st of October. So since her passing on December the 6th, I've played those numbers every night, 5, 7, 11, 23, 31.
Greason admits he's always played the lottery at least a few times a week with numbers that do have meaning. But for the last 3 months since his wife of 26 years, Kathy, passed away, Greason has played these numbers every single night, 7 days a week. Then one day, a couple weeks ago, he won.
Well, I looked on my phone, punched up Fantasy 5 and seen 5, 7, 11, 23, 31, and first thing I said was, Kathy, our number's hit.
So you took a second.
Yeah.
And you talked to her.
Mm-hmm. Sure did.
Kathy's death came suddenly. She died within a couple of weeks of being diagnosed with lymphoma cancer. Greason says his wife loved to travel. That's why he wants to use the money to go back to the places where they created so many memories. And while Greason says the money is a nice bonus, ultimately the jackpot was matching those numbers.
I hope it's a sign from her that she's okay.
North Chattanooga has been a hot spot for crime in recent years, and one woman who has had her house broken into 3 times says enough is enough. Frustrated with police, she took to Facebook to try and get help from the public.
This is the Facebook post that Emily Elizabeth Gooden wrote Sunday after she says 3 black males tried to break into her house when she wasn't home, but luckily her friend was. He got the car's make and model and its license plate number.
By sharing it on Facebook, that's the only way I can get the word out to my neighbors and friends. Picture the vehicle, the tag number, so that we can hopefully catch these guys that are probably in North Chattanooga doing this to other homes as well.
Emily also called police, but says her interaction with them was less than promising, so she took it upon herself to catch the criminals.
That's been the difficult part. I've made several phone calls. Apparently the report that I made was categorized as miscellaneous, so that means it's not going to be followed up on. Even though we have a registered name of the vehicle, we have that person has been arrested multiple times, and that was what was frustrating.
And Emily is catching on to a recent trend in social media crime fighting. East Ridge Neighborhood Watch created this Facebook page, and there's an album dedicated to vehicles associated with various crimes crimes in the area that people should be on the lookout for.
But some people say that posting to social media could make victims even more susceptible to crime.
I mean, I wouldn't personally do it just because I would be scared.
Yeah.
That they would like come to, like find me, and then it would be even a bigger, probably like murder me or something, and then it'd be even a bigger crime.
But Emily says she's sticking to social media because it's easy, fast, and could potentially reach millions of people.
I got the word out to friends, and they kind of took it upon themselves, other people in North Chattanooga, to also explore this. So one of my Facebook friends sent me a message and said, hey, here's some more information on the registered owner of the vehicle.
And since Sunday's incident, Emily has installed a surveillance camera on her property. She hopes next time somebody tries to break in, she can catch them in the act.